Rose learns about transition. It was coming to the end of the school year. Rose couldn't believe her time in year 1 was nearly over. She was going to miss her teacher, Miss Brain, so much. She thought there would never be another teacher quite like her. Rose had been sitting with the same table group for ages and they all got on really well. Her partner Alice was quite simply the bee's knees. Rose started to worry. She wondered what it would be like in year 2, what her teacher would be like, and who she would sit with. Would they be allowed to play? Rose was quiet that evening and not herself at all. Her mum said, "Rose, are you worried about something? Remember that a problem shared is a problem halved. Can I help?" Rose burst into tears. "I don't want to go into year 2, Mum. I want everything to stay the way it is now. Miss Brain is the best teacher ever. I won't like my next teacher half as much." Rose's mum put her arm around Rose and listened to her sobs for a few minutes. Then she said gently, "Sometimes it can be really tricky when things change, and sometimes we don't think we are ready for it. But change is a part of life. We only really grow when we try and experience new things." Her mum continued, "When you started year 1, you were nervous then, but look how things have turned out. Year 2 will be exactly the same, and soon it will feel completely normal for you." Gently, Rose's mum said to her, "I know you're worried the work might be too tricky, but your teacher will know what's right for you and won't ask you to do anything that's too difficult." Rose thought about it and decided to be brave. The next day was transition day. She spent the morning in her new classroom getting to know her new teacher. Her name was Miss Ricks, and she was strict but very fair. She was also very, very funny and told brilliant jokes. Rose realised that moving up and moving on is all part of growing up, and teachers and parents are there to help us as we grow. When Rose started her new class, they did lots of new things that she loved, like making clay models and baking, that year 1 children don't get to do. Rose realised that being a little older can be fun. Rose told her mum about it and her mum said, "I'm so proud of you, Rose, for being so brave, and soon year 2 will feel fine. The older you get, the more fun things you can do and new experiences you can have. Being older means being trusted and being more independent, and these are the things that make us more confident." Rose could see all the new year 1 children getting upset as they came to school, and she remembered when she was little and scared like that. Now she was brave and knew she could handle whatever came her way. She had learned from experience that she was strong and brave and could manage with making changes. The end. Can you answer some questions? Ask an adult to pause the video in between each question to give you time to answer. Question 1. Why do you think Rose was worried about her time in year 1 being over? Question 2. What kind of teacher do you think Miss Brain is? Question 3. Rose describes Alice as being the bee's knees. What does that mean? Question 4. Why do you think Rose was worried about going into year 2? Question 5. What does Rose's mum mean when she says growing as a person? Question 6. Would you like Miss Ricks as your teacher? Why? Why not? Question 7. Why can moving up and moving on sometimes be tricky? Question 8. Why do you think it's more fun being a little older? Question 9. Why do you think some children are worried about moving year groups? Question 10. How do you feel about moving up to the next year group?